Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to take a step back, not do too much of a nail art side of things, but take you through step by step of all my techniques and everything to help you perfect your French tip. So we're going to start off with the absolute best white you can ever use. I feel like using the right white gel polish to your French tip is really a massive game changer, and this is my absolute recommendation. It's bold white from Madame Glam. It's the best white you will ever use. It's like mega white, and it's also like the consistency is just perfect to work with, and it levels out so beautifully too. It's just really easy and nice to work with. And I do also recommend Shaka here, but when it comes to nudes, I feel like it's all kind of down to everyone's preference. So this is the colour I decided to use today. It's actually my new favourite, and I quite like that it's quite jelly-like, so it kind of does create this really cute, subtle, nudie French tip look. In the past, I do also like to use Food Coma, which is a bit more on the browner side. I feel like with the nudes, it's kind of down to your own preference, what you want to use and what kind of French tip look you're personally going for, because I know everyone has like a different preference in the colours and shades. And obviously for today's video, I am going to use my press-on nail stand, which is so cute. I was showing you guys a moment ago. It's got like hearts all over in like the inside. Like it's kind of like a resin thing, and inside it's got the hearts, and then the metal bits to hold the actual nails in place. I do also have like a blue one. It's really fun on Shein. They've got all sorts of different colours and different themes and everything, so I always go ahead and grab myself some from them. So if you're into like some cute ones, then definitely check out Shein. I actually have not come across any ones like this before until Shein, but granted I haven't really looked anywhere specifically for like funky looking ones anyway, so who knows, maybe they're all around, but it's just Shein that I came across it. So I'm going to apply this nude across all of those nails. So as you can see, it is a little bit sheer because it is kind of like jelly-like, but that's kind of what I really like about it when it comes to doing a French tip with it. Some colours can be a bit too opaque in a way, like a bit too much in your face, and I'm really trying to achieve like the most essentially I'm trying to achieve like an acrylic French tip look, if you will. So I just feel like this colour is just stunning for that. So I do apply 2 layers and I pop it into the lamp. If you're still feeling like you're not too happy with that shade and you kind of want even more opaque, just put one more coat in and then you'll be absolutely fine. So when it comes to my French tips and the techniques that I personally like to use, is I like to draw out a line where I want like the bottom part of the smile line to be. Everyone has also a different preference when it comes to how high or low you want your French tip. I'm kind of one of those that likes it kind of like in the middle of the nail-ish, maybe a bit lower than that. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, and even after I finished this set, I showed my partner and he was like, is the French tip not a bit too high? It's my preference, and especially when you pop them on, it just looks right to me. But I know that some like it much lower, much higher, different maybe like smile line angles if you like, for example, but this is my favorite way of doing it and my go-to. So I like to start with a line where I want the bottom part of the smile line to be, and then I connect the sides. So I am showing you as much pictures as I can today, and it's not fast track, it's all basically how I do it, how fast I do it. To really show you how I do it. Obviously, throughout the years, I've just got a lot of experience, so often this kind of comes quite easy for me now, but you'll notice that on every nail, I kind of attempt it in a different way. Sometimes I just do the line and then I try and connect on the sides, and then I perfect the smile line. I'm kind of drafting out a smile line, basically, one way or another. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And then once you've got the draft, you kind of just want to perfect it like I'm doing right now, where I'm kind of examining the smile line and trying to see if there's any edges I want to fix up or perfect, or, you know, curve a bit more. Maybe it's not the same as the others. I don't know if you noticed, but the very first French tip nail I did on this 5-finger set was actually the middle nail. And I like to do that because it kind of then sets a location of the French tip for the rest of the set. Sometimes with the thumb or the pinky, because they're so drastically different from one another, it's a bit hard to maintain the same I like to say location, but you know, where I've placed it, you want them all roughly the same. So here I'm just showing you that it's give or take the same. It won't always be, you know, absolutely perfection after you are doing it all by hand. So but as close as you possibly can is the best method. There are different techniques out there, which I will do a video on as well, different ways of doing a French tip. Today I just wanted to show you guys my most favourite one, the one I feel most comfortable with doing. Another thing to highlight too is the brush that you're using. I personally find that I prefer a bit more of a longer brush, as you can see here. This brush actually I got a very long time ago, and it was on not AliExpress. I'm just so used to saying that now, but it's actually on Amazon. I actually got it for my birthday, funny enough, and it came in like a pack of 5 or maybe 6. And for some reason, out of the whole set, I just fell in love with this one brush, which is this one, and I kind of like to use it for everything that I possibly can. But I find that the shortest ones are just not it, and then the longest ones are almost like too long. This is kind of like a bit more on the longer side, but it's not the most longest ones you can get. I would tell you the actual length of it, but it was so long ago, I don't even have the listing of it anymore on Amazon, so I'm not sure how long it is, and the actual brushes themselves don't tell me either anywhere on there, so I won't know to tell you. But ideally, I feel like everybody kind of has like a brush that you're most comfortable with, even if it's more on the shorter side, but you just feel like you've got great control with it, that'll be just fine. Just anything that you're most comfortable with doing. So here, for example, I did like the bottom part, but then I'm trying to connect the one side and then continue the other. You kind of have to envision what you're trying, like this, where the smile line is going to be, and then connect the lines. I hope that makes sense. Like I said, I will do like a whole video on the different techniques, but this one is just what works best for me. It's really nice, and in the other video I'm going to do with the different techniques, I will also show you guys the different French tips you can actually do too, as in the different French tips you can create with the different techniques, because each technique will actually make your smile line and your French tip look different as well, so do bear that in mind. So also, to make it really, really fast for me, once I outline my smile line, I do like to use the brush from the bottle to colour in the tips, and then it just makes it really, really fast and quick to complete. So now I've done all 5 nails, they've all now been cured, and I always go in with a second coat. As you can see, even with this thumb, this white gel polish is so amazing that I could actually get away with not doing another coat, which is exactly what you want. It's really nice, this gel polish, because it's very thin, but so opaque that, you know, you're not creating any bulkiness or anything like that on the nail when doing French tips. But just through practice, and just in case there are any like sheer moments or anything, I do like to go in with a second coat, just good practice. But you could get away with the one coat. I always like to recommend this white gel polish for any sort of art that you're doing, that you want to do just white basically. I do also have a red that I can recommend. I think it's called Legacy. Same consistency, same everything when it comes to the gel polish. It's just like this perfect classic classic red. It's amazing too. Madame Glam creates so many gel polishes, and they always change up their different consistencies and everything as they come up with their collection. They literally drop a collection every month. It's great. So sometimes they focus a bit more on like making it opaque, other times they're actually going for like more of a sheer vibe, all of that stuff. But on their actual website, it does show you the opacity of every gel polish, which is nice if you're looking for something specific. It'll be on there, and they do take the time to also show you what it would look like on the tip or on an actual real finger, so you can actually see the shade and the sheerness and everything of that gel polish. It's amazing. I really, really value that they do that and appreciate it, because it really makes a difference when you're shopping, and really you're basically just able to get exactly what you want rather than kind of guessing yourself, and then once it comes, it's not really what you wanted and all of that kind of stuff. So I finished now doing all of the second coats for the French tip. At this stage, I'm going to top coat. I've just picked up the first glossy top coat I could find. When it comes to press-ons, I like to have mine glossy when it comes to actually wearing, but when I do my long stiletto art videos, I like to do them matte, because I feel like matte brings out a lot of the art. But when it comes to actually wearing, I just feel like glossy kind of is obviously lovely on your hands because it is glossy, but also kind of the matte kind of sometimes brings out the dirt. If you know, as you're wearing your nails, you might touch things and might get a bit dirty. So I can wipe them, but it's just a bit annoying. But the glossy is always a lovely classic look as well on a French tip, so I went for that one. I'm gonna apply that on all of them, pop that into lamp for a cure. This glossy top coat, I don't know if I mentioned, is from Macart. I got it on Amazon a while back now, and it's actually quite nice. I quite like it, and I think it came in like a set with the base coat. I've used the base coat so much for glitters, like I'm almost out, so I might have to get another set. That will then go into lamp. So you notice that when it comes out, I have these stubbly things. Oh, I forgot to mention at the start of the video, because sometimes I get comments about this. I always leave these stubbly bits until the very last, basically, you know, process of doing the nails because I like to clean up the edges and make it like a sharp look. So here I'm showing you me actually filing it down, but I just take my time with this and just slowly file away and perfect the shape as much as I can. I could do it at the start before doing the whole art and everything, but it just feels like double the work, so I'm going to do it again at the end anyway, so I might as well just do it all at the end. At least that's my way of thinking about it. So I thought I'll include the video and footage of me doing it today because I don't always usually focus on the art, don't always show you guys the whole process and everything that I do. So here it is, one down, another couple to go. The nail file that I'm using is actually one of those metal ones. I've got two, so one I use for actual filming on my long stiletto nail videos that I usually do for art, and the other one I've actually got like those reusable stick-on files that I'm using here as well. The other side, the downfall of these though is when you try to replace them, the like foamy part stays on there sometimes, which happened to this one, so I just need to take the time off or find the time to actually get rid of it and scrape it off. But that will basically be it for the video. I hope you guys liked it. This is the final result of what they all look like at the end. I hope you guys liked it. I hope it was helpful, and I can't wait to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.